Good evening. Good evening.
That should be on number 18, I believe. Just to double check this. Okay. Thank you.
I think this is try number 4. Good evening. Graduates, please be seated. Welcome to the 144th Commencement program at Bradford Area High School. While many things have changed in the world since the graduation of the class of 1880, we continue to gather each spring in this time-honored ceremony to celebrate a milestone in the lives of these young people of our community. In a few moments, I will introduce you to each of them as I recognize the members of the graduating class of 2024. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our graduates' family, friends, our invited guests, our faculty, the administration, the school board members, and our superintendent. I'm honored that you are here tonight to celebrate these events with us. I would also like to welcome those viewers at home who are watching this via the webcast link on our district website. Finally, I would like to welcome our graduating seniors, the class of 2024. This is an extremely proud night for our graduates and their families. I ask that everyone please be respectful and maintain the dignity of the ceremony. Please honor the accomplishments of each of our seniors and the dedication and support of their families. Tonight we honor the students with a ceremony that salutes their collective accomplishment. I ask that everyone please be respectful of our students and refrain from yelling out names or making noises as individuals cross the stage. This is a proud moment in that young person's life, and we want the focus to be on them and not someone drawing attention to themselves from the audience. This is the last thing that we wish to have, that one of our students be embarrassed by friends or family members. Thank you for your cooperation in this manner. I would also like to ask that each of you please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. At this time, please stand. And gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem will be sung by our senior students, Kaylee Dennison, Lillian Pepinchek, and Zoe Randall Clow. The band will be directed by senior drum major Gabriel Thompson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early
Let's also take a moment at this time to remember other family members and friends who are not able to be with us here on this special night. Thank you. Tonight's welcome address will be presented by Class of 2024 member Eliana Kane.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course, the incredible graduating class of 2024. Thank you for joining me this evening. 1,375 days ago, we walked through the auditorium doors of our very own Bradford Area High School. We've always talked about this day, graduation, since day one. But before we walk the stage, I want to remind you of some stories and some things we've learned throughout our 4 years here at BHS. Let's begin at the blurry part, freshman year. After 6 months of quarantine caused by the beginning of the pandemic, we returned to school. But this time, we weren't walking the halls on the right side of frets. We were at the bottom of the totem pole, wearing our masks with our new clothes and backpacks full of freshly lined paper and labeled folders to match, lost in the seemingly massive school we call ours. We were small compared to the seniors, although I don't think that they would call us as annoying as we would call the freshmen this year. Something about wearing those masks made us all introverted. We stuck to the safe havens of the cafeteria, Miss Jackson's Spanish 1 class, and career exploration. I also remember spending a lot of time in the computer lab, but as I said before, it's all a blur, so I can't exactly remember what took place there. And sometimes we were forced to cross the waters down that crowded staircase by Mr. Bierbauer's room. I'm sure you know it. And just a reminder to those of you who forgot, but in freshman year, we only went one direction on the staircases. Strictly.
Hello, 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 hello. Da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da. Thank you.
Anyways, can you hear me? Okay, biology. I know, learning about Punnett squares and mitochondria just to take the biology keystone at the end of the year and get proficient. Much of the biology taught in that class was not retained. However, I do recall a lesson mid-year about life. The question was, why is life so different? Why are no two flowers, no two animals, and no two people alike? Well, if every bit of life was alike, do you know how boring of a world we would live in? We can't all have the same passions, the same perspectives, experiences, dreams, aspirations. We can't all have the same favorite color or sports team. You have to look around at this world and appreciate all the differences because it makes life beautiful and interesting and worth exploring. Sophomore year, we all became a little more comfortable. We knew where classes were, we knew some upperclassmen, but most importantly, we weren't freshmen. I think the number one factor in that was the swinging car keys on keychains. We walked the halls differently, learned in the classrooms differently, and encountered teaching styles like we never had before. My first experience with, I should have been paying attention more closely, was in Mr. Leet's 7th period trig class. He had called on me randomly, as he usually does, and asked me for the angle of elevation in a triangle. I didn't know how to answer the question, so I just sulked in my chair until he would move on. He then proceeded to explain that the angle of elevation is where you see yourself in 10 years. Your goals, the climb to get to the top, the journey and challenges you may face along the way, your reasoning for why you are doing what you are doing. Okay, maybe he didn't say all of that. But this past year, he taught me, and many of you, a lot about our future endeavors. Loans, credit cards, investing, etc. But the most important thing Mr. Lee told us this year is that this is the last time we would be the top dogs. From here on out, we won't be at the top. We'll be starting over, back to the bottom, and the future is in our hands. We have decisions to make, and we will make some mistakes, but it's how we learn and recover from those mistakes that will make a difference in our lives. Junior year, the year of complaining. You can tell which student is a junior almost as easily as you can spot a freshman based on 2 factors: the bags under their eyes and the bags on their back. This is where the complaining part comes in. It was the first year of high school where everything went back to basically normal. There was no more sleeping during Teams meetings at home because we were quarantined, no more making excuses that you couldn't get your work done on time, and no more wearing masks, for good. Most of us would complain that our calculus or physics book was too heavy, or that they couldn't read a book that was assigned to them 7 weeks ago because they had to study for a math test. So at lunch, they were frantically reading the book and not looking up the analysis on SparkNotes. There was a lot of scrambling, and when people scramble, they complain. I remember the week of prom like it was yesterday. All of us who volunteered to decorate the gym turned in our permission slips, thinking that we would be excused from the work we missed in those 3 days spent in the gym. The week after prom, we complained that we had all these missing assignments in history and gym classes to make up, and we said it wasn't fair. But of course it's not fair. And complaining won't change it. Complaining won't magically change our grades or make us perform better on a test we didn't study for. And it would get difficult late into last year. But little did we know, it would only get more difficult. Senior year was fun. We began by starting the year off with senior breakfast, where we all went down to the football field to watch the gray clouds cover the sky as we ate our Tops donuts. We had a lot of laughs and created a lot of memories this year. My favorite memory was, of course, beating the juniors in Powder Puff and watching Miss Jack and Mr. Lee take home the crowns. Senior year was the best because we realized that the alarms on the auditorium doors shut off at 2:30, meaning that we got to leave our 8th period class one at a time in hopes that Mr. Kaufman wouldn't check the cameras. So that we could beat the buses out of the parking lot, of course. I also had the opportunity to host an exchange student for the second half of the year, and it has been the best experience ever. Zoe, you are my best friend, and I want to thank you for shouting me Duncan and teaching me that it is possible to be busy 24/7. I am definitely going to come visit you in Australia, New Zealand, to experience a summer Christmas. Our teachers taught us a lot. They gave us insight into what life is going to be like outside of the classroom. Hopeful, exciting, sometimes stressful, but never boring. I remember 2 years ago, I sat right over there during my brother's graduation, and I recall the speaker thanking the teachers for sharing their knowledge with the students, for being there for them, and for taking the time to build relationships with them. I sat in my seat as a naive 10th grader thinking, why? Why are the teachers getting all the praise for the students showing up and doing the work and working hard and studying for tests? But it's the teachers because they gave their work and taught it. And they did a fantastic job because we ended up in caps and gowns. So I'm sorry it took me this long, you guys. I respect you immensely because you picked something and you picked to help us. It's because of people like you that help people like me work even harder. It's because of people like you who stay after school to help students learn subjects in new ways and then go to the basketball game after to watch a student who didn't have any fans. It's because of people like you who treat students more than just a piece of paper through a Scantron. It's because of people like you who care more about what students write than how students write. It's because of people like you who look for the beauty and the progress and the challenge and the knowing that it's going to be a fight to live an interesting life. but it's a fight worth fighting for. And for that, I speak on the behalf of the class of 2024, saying thank you. Yeah. And then there's the rest of you, specifically the parents, but also anyone who helped in raising us. That is no glamorous job either. So to all the parents and families who gave it their all for 18 years, thank you. I don't only admire my family, but all of our families. You've done this scary thing called life, and you got us through it too. 1,375 days ago, we walked through the auditorium doors of this very high school, not knowing that 4 years later, we wouldn't be the same people as we are walking out. In that short time, so much has changed, and so many stories were written. Every story is unique to us, but what makes us alike is that we did it here, at Bradford Area High School. These stories are worth telling and worth listening to. Everyone's story is, from strangers on the street to close family and friends, but most importantly, and almost forgotten, you. Your story is worth telling and worth listening to. I love telling stories, so thank you all for listening to my story, and thank you, class of 2024, for letting me be a part of your story.
Thank you, Eliana. Would you now please welcome a second member of the class of 2024, Callie Dixon, to deliver the class address.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's hard to believe that our 4 years here have come to an end, even though during those 4 years, it felt like it was never ending. I still remember the first time I walked through those doors. I was confident and playing it cool, like I wasn't nervous about the fact that I was going to be surrounded by kids who were older than me. The moment I stepped into the school, my heart dropped and I panicked. I had no idea where I was going. Unfortunately, we didn't have freshman orientation due to COVID, so we were just rolling with the punches. I made it about halfway around the whole second floor before I finally cracked and asked for an adult for help to find my homeroom. Little did I know that the adult I asked was our principal, Mr. Ray. Turns out, if I had just gone down a staircase that is right by the entrance, I would have been right at my locker. From that moment on, I knew perseverance was going to be my best friend. The beginning is always tough, but thankfully, I was able to overcome those times before I was met with more obstacles. It doesn't matter how big or small your obstacles are. You failed a test and now you have to work 10 times harder to get your grade back up. Or maybe you were injured in your sport and now you have to take time off to rebuild your strength. These are things that I know every single one of us have gone through and required us to persevere in order for us to move on. I got stung by a bee 2 years in a row during volleyball season and had to miss some time because my arm swelled up and I developed an infection. That's pretty lame compared to something like breaking my shoulder while hitting the winning kill to send us to the state championship, but a bee sting's all I got. So, the amount of support and empathy I have received from the staff over the years is overwhelming. They understood that we all have lives outside of school, and sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day to keep up. Athletes like myself work hard to represent our school, so it's refreshing to be surrounded by considerate teachers who want you to succeed. Bradford High Athletics has had an everlasting impact on me. They have introduced me to so many wonderful people, whether they were my teammates, coaches, or even opponents. People would always ask, "How do you have time for school, sports, and work? Aren't you always tired?" Oh yeah, I was always tired. But I will never get these 4 years of high school back. Most of us will never play competitive sports again, and there were times that I did regret regret playing so many sports, taking difficult classes, and agreeing to help with projects that I did not want to help with. However, the second I stepped into those classrooms or was surrounded by my teammates, I was reminded why I do the things I do. The people. Now, these are the same people that I would complain about every other week, but that just means I like you. I have grown up with my classmates since we were at GGB. We have shared so many experiences together and have laughed so many times along the way. It's difficult for me to think about how our journey together has come to an end. All the years we spent in elementary, middle, and high school are just memories now. As the end of the school year gets closer and closer, you come to realize how many times people ask you, "Are you ready to graduate?" I shock them every time when I respond with, "No." Change is hard. I'm scared to get out of here. I'm nervous. I don't know what's out there. I love my teachers. I love my school. I love my coaches. I love the events and activities we have here. I don't know if I could have asked for a better 4 years here. I know many of you have been saying how you're ready to graduate and you can't wait to get out of this school. And that's great. Ambition is a beautiful trait to have. However, if you focus too much on chasing the future, you'll miss so many opportunities that are here in the present. Opportunities. BHS provides so many of them. Whether it's our career and tech programs, sports teams, our clubs, manufacturing, or volunteering, there is something for everyone here. I took the opportunity to complete our marketing program here for the past 2 years, and I'm so glad I did. One thing I was able to do this year was talk to the freshmen during their tours. Something I emphasized more than anything to them was that it's okay to not have a plan. They sort of just stared at me like there were no thoughts behind their eyes, but I really meant it. I was all over the place trying to figure out what I wanted to do. In my eyes, it was a matter of life or death. I needed to take the right classes for my career path just so I could get a head start. Are you kidding me? Well, it's a good thing I wanted to be a conservation officer, then a correctional officer, then an ears, nose, throat doctor, then a dermatologist. I would see TikToks of successful young adults and think, yep, I need to go into real estate. My point is, you're going to change your mind so many times before finding something that sticks. Bradford High offers just about everything, so you're bound to find something that's a good match for you. Seniors, I have no doubts that 1, all the teachers are going to miss us. 2, we made this school a little bit better than it was when we first got here. And 3, we are the best looking class at Bradford High. If there's one word of advice I can give, it would be to overuse kindness. I'd like to share a quote that I feel speaks beyond its words. Kindness is a choice. Giving is a choice. Respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make, makes you. Choose wisely. Roy T. Bennett. Speaking of choices, Mr. Ray, you have the choice to turn on those TVs in the cafeteria so the students can watch Grey's Anatomy or Pretty Little Liars during their lunchtime. They might even be willing to watch, dare I say, some educational television. In all seriousness, class of 2024, it has been a pleasure growing up with you, and I wish you all nothing but the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Callie. Next, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Jason Little. Jason A. Little is a Bradford native and a 1998 graduate from Bradford Area High School, where he was a multiple sport athlete, excelling in wrestling as a 3-time District 9 champion. Jason was a member of Clarion University's Division I wrestling team, where he earned his undergraduate bachelor's degree in political science, cum laude, in 2003. Jason also earned his Juris Doctor from the University of Buffalo Law School, where he graduated cum laude in 2006. Jason maintains many ties to the Bradford area through his family, including his father, Jeffrey, mother, Deborah, grandmother, Brenda, brother, Brian, sister-in-law, Kylie, nephew, Braylon, and niece, Kelsey, a 2024 Bradford Area High School graduate. Professionally, Jason is a counsel with the Long Island-based law firm of Farnell Fritz, where he practices law in New York and Pennsylvania as a business litigator, corporate counselor, and advises businesses on structuring, expanding, formatting, selling, and dissolving business entities and partnerships. Jason also guides businesses in regulatory compliance and compliance audits. Jason resides in Clifton Park, New York, with his wife, Kristen, and son, Mason, where he's very involved with community service both professionally and personally. Jason routinely provides pro bono legal services for the United States District Courts, the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York, and the Legal Project. He also coaches wrestling with the Journeyman Wrestling Club, where his son Mason excels. He also served as a steering committee member for Leadership Tech Valley and is a board member for From Cannabis to Cuisine and treasurer of the Shenandoah Wrestling Club. In his free time, Jason can usually be found at whatever wrestling tournaments across the country that Mason is competing in. Mr. Little, welcome back to Bradford Area High School.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm going to move this up a little bit. Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Ray. It's actually very nice to be back to Bradford Area High School. Also, thank you, Eliana and Kelly, for your addresses to the class. Good evening, class of 2024. You are about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling period of your lives. The stories you are about to tell and live will be the ones you will be telling your children, your grandchildren, and in this day and age, maybe even your therapists. My name is Jason Little. As Mr. Ray said, I am an attorney, I'm a coach, I'm a former high school and college athlete here. I was born and raised in Bradford, and most of my family lives here. I'm gonna say hi to Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey. I promise not to be embarrassing. I think that's fine. I try to bring my wife and son back with me as much as I'm able to. As Mr. Ray said, I'm a 1998 graduate of Bradford Area High School. You guys are all smart. That's 26 years ago. I actually never felt as old as I did today until I started writing this speech and realized that Mr. Johnson was just starting his career in Bradford Area High School when we graduated. Mr. Kaufman was not in administration yet, and I think he was relatively new. Mr. Pattison was new, and I heard he's retiring, and Mr. Ray wasn't even here yet. In all seriousness, in 1998, and I met a couple of my classmates here today who are administrators and teachers, we labeled ourselves not only the best class ever, but the best looking class ever. I'm sure you're going to likely disagree with that designation. Looking out over all of you tonight and understanding your accomplishments, I'm going to tend to agree with you. Before getting started, I wanted to thank Superintendent Pudi, Principal Ray, Superintendent Johnson, and all the administrators, faculty, and staff of Bradford Area High School. You all do such a wonderful job for Bradford High students and the Bradford community as a whole. It's because of all of your hard work and dedication that I am forever proud to be a Bradford High alumni. I also want to acknowledge and thank all of the parents and grandparents and siblings and extended family for the class of 2024 graduates with us tonight. I'm so thankful to be here. It's really an honor for me to share this wonderful moment with all of you. Now to the important stuff. To the class of 2024, your meaning simply is that whatever you try to do in life, try to do with all your heart to do well. That whatever you devote yourself to it completely. And that in great aims and small, always do so thoroughly and in earnest. For those of you that actually do know me, and there's quite a few of you, I assume, I'm not normally at a loss for words. But I was truly, truly stumped for tonight. This is a little different than what I do for my career. And I talk in front of people, but this is quite a bit different. I kept asking myself, what was the right message for you on one of the biggest nights of your life? What type of message will actually resonate with you? I researched and analyzed message topics. I asked if this would resonate with me in the class of 1998, and yes, I can remember back that far. I wrote and rewrote this speech for us tonight, and with each draft, the same questions keep popping up. The answers, however, remained constant. You are a very extraordinary group of graduates. You are special and far too special for common and inauthentic. Cliché. You require something more authentic and personal and creative, just like yourselves. That brings us back to the aforementioned quote, which is adapted from Charles Dickens' David Copperfield. It's actually pretty simple. It makes only 3 basic points, all of which are directed to a common theme. But its simplicity gives it personality, authenticity, and real-world value to the class of 2024. So what does it mean? In its purest form, it supposes that the measure of success is not what you do, but rather how you do it. That by giving complete and thorough effort and having grit and determination when you do it, you can accomplish the best possible outcome for any path or goal you choose. That doesn't mean your path or goal will be reached. In fact, you will all likely fail far more often than you succeed. And that is okay. That's actually perfect. It is the process of getting back up, knocking the dust off, that builds our character and battle tests us. That is why all of us have likely heard from a coach or a teacher or a mentor or a counselor, if you're not winning, you're learning. You can all hear me anyway, right? I don't need to rewind, do I? No, I think we're good. It also doesn't mean that you know what your path or goal is right now. You may have that figured out at this stage, or at least think that you do, and that is great. Keep that focus, dedicate yourself completely, and follow that path. But if the time comes when you determine that is not the path for you, don't shy away from taking a different path. Following the path of least resistance is not necessarily the way to the best outcome. When you recognize your path is wrong, you need to regroup and start anew, and you have to have the courage to do so. For those of you who may not know your path or goal, that is great too. Keep trying and perfecting new things. Your path will reveal itself, and you have a lot of time to find your passion and purpose. But for all of you, the more you expose yourself to new opportunities, new places, people, and things, and put yourself out there wholly and completely with dedication and drive, the more you will learn about yourself, others, who you are, and who you want to be. And I know putting yourself out there and being totally vulnerable is scary. In fact, the thought is scary to me. And it was certainly scary for me when I was sitting in your seats 26 years ago. But you and I know that each and every one of you will fight through that fear, tear down any walls that are created, create new experience, and broaden your horizons to heights you never thought possible. And as you learn and grow through your journey, whether it be triumphant or trying times, you will find ease, comfort, stability, employing simple concepts like gratitude. For those at the awards banquet on Tuesday, Principal Ray mentioned gratitude in the traditional sense in relation to being thankful for an honor or an award. Having gratitude, and in that regard, says a lot about your character. The gratitude I'm talking about is similar, but a little more amorphous. Still within the meaning of being thankful, yes, but more inward and transactional as opposed to outward. By now, you have all navigated through approximately 13 years of school. Those years have included a multitude of individual experiences, some good and some trying for sure, that have shaped your journey and likely your path moving forward. Each of those individual experiences, and I'll call them inputs, is malleable, even now after the fact. While they grow with you and help paint your picture, no single one defines you. It is in each of those experiences and inputs that you will be able to apply a concept like gratitude to let it fly and see how it goes without being paralyzed by fear, both of worry and result. And it'll be useful in both successful times, where it's easier to have gratitude in times of fortune, or in tougher times when you have to really dig deep and be determined to find it. In both instances, you can break down those experiences or inputs into important component parts that led to the outcomes and find something to be grateful for in each. It will keep you grounded and humble in success, but driven and appreciative in defeat. I could list examples of this. They could go on and on. Who hasn't lost the big match once? I know I have, and thought to myself how unbelievably devastating it was in that moment. And 20 years later to realize that if I would have broken that up into the success of being with my teammates and riding the bus and being able to train and getting close, and if I would have taken all of those things and if I would have applied them in a positive, constructive way, I might have been able to fix that thing and get over that hump. And that's kind of what I think you should be focusing on doing with all of these experiences in your life. Once you learn how to separate these inputs, you can begin to change them, alter them, redo them one at a time, in whole or in part. You will learn from the different outputs based on those changes and grow and prosper as a result. You may actually realize during that experience that the goal or path that you're on is not for you, and you can readjust accordingly. But all options are open to you. You have a great base of accomplishment graduating from Bradford Area High School. And before closing, I actually want to take a minute and comment on how wonderful and special this place really is. Like you, back in 1998, I recall wanting to broaden my horizons and learn from experiences elsewhere. I set off and I did just that, studying, living, traveling, working in big cities and small, all over. What I learned, and I'm sure you will too, is that Bradford will always be my hometown. Bradford High will always be my alma mater. And you will always be grateful and so incredibly proud of that. With that, it is you who gets to choose your path, and nobody can stop you. Just try what you will with all of your heart to do well. Devote yourself fully to the task and always do so thoroughly and earnestly. And in doing so, I implore you, as an extraordinary group of young graduates, to practice and live in that mode now. The consequence of not doing so is hindsight. As Mark Twain wrote, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones that you did. His suggestion, therefore, was to throw off your bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. Thank you so much for letting me share this moment with you, and congratulations to you all. We look forward to witnessing all of the wonderful and incredible things you do throughout your life. Thank you.
Mr. Little, thank you for your inspirational message. You have certainly provided, through your values and your actions, an excellent example for our students at Bradford Area High School to follow, and we wish you continued success in your future. Once again, at Bradford Area High School, we are honoring our top career and technical education student, or in the case of the class of 2024, co-recipients of the honor. Bradford Area High School is a comprehensive high school. We offer a full academic curriculum and a challenging career and technical program in one school and as one unified curriculum. This provides students with many exciting educational and career opportunities. We are very proud of the accomplishments of our career and technical education students, and we strive to maintain the quality of our programs to train and prepare them for a future in their chosen field. I would like to introduce our top career and technical education students from the class of 2024, Miss Mackenzie Miller and Miss Emily Morgan. Miss Miller is a student in our early childhood education program and plans to continue her post-secondary education in an early childhood education program. Miss Morgan is a student in our health occupations program and plans to continue her education in nursing at the University of Pittsburgh, Bradford. Congratulations to Mackenzie Miller and Emily Morgan, and good luck in your future endeavors. At Bradford Area High School, we honor our seniors using the Latin scale of summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. Students qualifying in each of these areas receive their honor medallions prior to tonight's ceremony and will be wearing them across the stage. Students wearing gold ribbons represent summa cum laude honors. To achieve this honor, students maintained a cumulative GPA of 100% or higher and a grade of 80% or higher in at least 3 advanced placement classes. Students wearing silver ribbons represent magna cum laude honors. These students maintain a cumulative GPA of 95% and a grade of 85% or higher in at least 2 advanced placement courses. Students wearing white ribbons represent cum laude honors. They've maintained a cumulative GPA of 90%. Also noted in your program, many of our students have earned the right to wear academic honor cords at tonight's commencement ceremony for demonstrating proficiency on the Pennsylvania Keystones exams, for exemplary attendance, membership in National Honor Society, and membership in National Technical Honor Society. These students received their honor cords prior to tonight's ceremony and will be wearing them across the stage. I would like to now present the class of 2024. I would ask that Mrs. Pooty, our superintendent, join me at the podium at this time. Mrs. Pooty, I'm honored to present to you the Bradford Area High School class of 2024. Mrs. Pooty, at this time, I present to you these students as the graduating class of 2024. I verify that these students have met all the requirements set forth by the Bradford Area School Board and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Ladies and gentlemen, By the authority vested in me by the Bradford Area School Board and the Commonwealth of the State of Pennsylvania, I declare that the persons before us, as listed in the program, are graduates of Bradford Area High School, entitled to all rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. Congratulations, class of 2024. You earned it. Go out and show the world what you have.
Thank you. I am pleased to present the 144th graduating class of Bradford Area High School. Tonight, the diplomas will be presented to our seniors by Mr. Ken Kaufman, Dean of Students, Mrs. Marty Cummins, Dean of Students, Mrs. Catherine Prudy, Bradford Area School District Superintendent, and Mrs. Carla Mannion of the Bradford Area School District Board of Directors. As each of our graduating seniors exits the stage with their diploma, Mrs. Jennifer Morgan, Director of Special Education, will hand them one single red rose. The seniors are asked to present this rose as a symbol of their gratitude and appreciation to an adult in their lives who has made a difference and who has been a positive influence throughout their educational career. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024. Callie Danielle Dixon, summa cum laude. Eliana M. Kane, summa cum laude. Lily A. Kemick, summa cum laude. Mackenzie L. Miller, magna cum laude. Emily Marie Morgan, summa cum laude. Robert Edward Ackley. Angelina G. Adada. Nino Allen Alio. Trina G. Allen. Nathaniel Stephen Andrews. Mason R. Anthony. Nasir E. Armstrong. Sophia Page Asp, summa cum laude. Desmond M. Barnes. Caden Richard Bartlett. Jessica Deslin Bennett. Layla Elizabeth Bynes, cum laude. Sydney Renee Bishop. Colin T. Bisker. Wyatt E. Bond, cum laude. Aiden D. Boone. Joseph Ryan Bowen. Haley K. Bradford. Jackson C. Bryan. Clayton Thomas Brinsky, cum laude. Chloe Nicole Buck. Allie Marie Burton. Michael Thomas Butler, summa cum laude. Adriana J. Capongiani, cum laude. Elijah Allen Canfield. Lucas M. Caruso, magna cum laude. Andrew Benjamin Case, cum laude. Kira Ann Cleveland, cum laude. Agnes I. Collins. Aslan M. Compton. Emily Sue Compton. Alexia Rianne Coriani, summa cum laude. Connor Andrew Cornelius, summa cum laude. Sophie A. Cornelius, magna cum laude. Aubrey May Cruz. Luca Richard Dallenbach. Gavin James Doherty, cum laude. Gracie Sharon Davis. Ian M. DeGolier. Kaylee Elizabeth Dennison. Tatum Nicole Dibble. Mia Bella Dillerman. Corey M. Dixon, magna cum laude. Joseph G. Domini. Tristan Connor Dragoon, cum laude. Cameron E. Dunlop. Cassandra M. Dye. Sky E. Aiken Irwin. Lena Grace Easton. Lucas R. Eliason. Eric Michael Elmore. Evan A. Elmore. Carly J. Evers. Dawn Hazel Flynn. Ebony Sky Ford. Jacob Anthony France, cum laude. Patrick E. French. Cameron N. Gallup. Taylor Jordan Gigliotti, summa cum laude. Kendall Lee Gracie Dalton, magna cum laude. Anastasia Lorraine Gross. Peyton Lawrence James Haight, summa cum laude. Sydney Jean Hamer, summa cum laude. Ty Stephen Hardy. Keegan J. Hartzell. Liam E. Haven. Bryn Carmen Haviland, cum laude. Leah Renee Hayden, magna cum laude. Zoe C. Hickford. Jack Daniel Hilsinger. Eric Atwater Himes, magna cum laude. Kiara D. Hogue, cum laude. Zayden M. James. Wyatt Christopher Jordan, magna cum laude. Alexander J. Kelly. Ward Thomas Kennedy, cum laude. Luke Donald Kerr, cum laude. J. Lee Elizabeth Copenhaver. Kelly D. Laird. Victoria Rose Langenes. Kelsey Nicole Little, magna cum laude. Derek A. Lyons. Kyland Michael Mabin. Carly Carly Lexus Major. Angelica M. Mileto, cum laude. Andrew Richard Mangold, cum laude. Remily Brooke Manross. Cadence Jean Martin, cum laude. John Maxwell C. Matheson, magna cum laude. Linnea Zoe Means. Dakota M. Mixich. Cadence Hope Miller. Xander A. Miksovich. Maya J. Monticello. Felix Thomas Morales. Peyton Grace Morgan, magna cum laude. Lance C. Myers. Gavin W. Neal, magna cum laude. Madison Irene Neal. James J. Norcross, magna cum laude. Callie Marie O'Neill, magna cum laude. Lillian Katrina Papinchek, magna cum laude. Madeline Grace Paracella, cum laude. Matthew C. Perry. Drew D. Pescia. JC J. Pierce. Ian M. Pylon. Madison Lou Potter. James Arthur Prosser. Zola E. Randall Clow, summa cum laude. Tyson P. Ray. Alexis Nicole Renwick. Colton B. Reynolds. Stacia Jolie Reynolds. Alexander Thomas Reimer. Milo C. Ryan. April Schoonover. Connor Jacob Schuster. Jaden Edward Schwab. Dominic Michael Simmons, cum laude. Drayton James Slater. Paige Renee Smith, summa cum laude. Austin A. Snyder. Chloe M. Spencer. Aaron J. Stack, cum laude. Wyatt D. Stark, magna cum laude. Cadence Marie Stiles, magna cum laude. Mitchell O. Strauss, magna cum laude. Brian Keith Stubbs. Noah M. Swanson. Jonathan D. Tabor. Caitlin Abigail Taylor, summa cum laude. Danielle Lee Taylor, cum laude. Gabriel Ivan Thompson. Cameron Rose Tilford, magna cum laude. Austin Allen Tingley. Milena Leanne Van Scooter, cum laude. Seth M. Vagno. Alexis M. Wackwitz. Logan Jeremiah Walker. Adam M. Ward, magna cum laude. Brendan S. Warner, cum laude. Jedediah G. Waterman, cum laude. Zechariah V. Waterman, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Ashley White. Mackenzie Madison K. Williams. Stephen C. Williams, summa cum laude. Emily Grace Wills. Braden Wilt, cum laude. Chase K. Weinberg. Olivia Kathleen Ann Winky. Elizabeth L. Wonderly. Abigail Grace Wright, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Franco Wright, summa cum laude. Dalton Levi Wyatt. Alan J. Yeager. Alexandria N. Young. Athena Marie Young. In absentia, Patrick James Dowell, Caleb M. Gallick, Kelsey Ray Gallup, Samantha J. Klein, Peyton E. Miller, Chloe A. Nelson, Jalen K. Pascarella, Morgan N. Piazza, Jonah W. Schmidt, Aubrey Grace Ann Skaggs. Now, please welcome our third speaker from the class of 2024, Miss Lily Kemick, to deliver the farewell address.
Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." Hello, everyone. My name is Lily Kemick. Thank you again for being here today to support the closing of a chapter for this special group of people. The quote that you heard is one that I've read over and over again, each time finding more and more connection to it. I'll read it again to see if you find it has the same effect on you. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. To me, this statement holds an abundance of weight. It's a strong reminder of the power that each of us holds within ourselves. That to achieve something, it doesn't matter what you've done or who you've associated with. It is the strength that you can find within yourself that will take you where you want to go. Within ourselves, we can find perseverance, compassion, and creativity, but arguably most important, determination and dedication. To achieve anything, you must be willing to work for it. I can say with great confidence that my class has worked hard to be here today. While people graduate high school every year, it's no small feat nonetheless. It takes time, discipline, self-reliance, and confidence. High school can be confusing and make you question who you are as a person. But over the years, we've all grown into new versions of ourselves, and we've figured out what we want to work hard for. Be it work in friendships, relationships, finding success on a sports team, getting into a certain college, pursuing what you believe in, what defines you as a person, figuring out what you want to spend the rest of your life doing, and most recently, graduating. Finding a space where you can push yourself and rely on your inner strengths can be a challenge, one that I've faced before. I entered the Bradford Area School District in 6th grade. Unlike my peers, I didn't have a friend group to spend time with. I didn't know most people's names, and I felt scared and isolated. But thanks to the wonderful teachers and staff of the middle school and throughout the district, and the friends that I eventually made throughout the years, I had no trouble finding a space where I could push myself and grow. Thanks to the support of my class, community members, guidance counselors, and friends, I found the courage to work hard in school and achieve anything I put my mind to. I've had the honor of joining just about every club you could think of, as well as the Student Council, National Honor Society, sports teams, and volunteer programs. I got into the college I've always wanted to go to. I'm pursuing a field that is so special to me, and somehow, even speaking before you today. I feel that I'm a good example of what can happen when you're in a space of encouragement, where you can look inside yourself to find the strength to grow into what you want to be. The resources that this school, community, and district have given us are a blessing. Even though our community is small, there are people here with big dreams, big hearts, and encouraging words. And for that, I thank them. I thank them for creating an auditorium full of graduates that would not have gotten here without their help. When it came time to discover who we were as people and create unique identities, they encouraged us to find our strengths and purposes. When times were rough for our class, like working from home during the COVID-19 pandemic and missing our 8th grade graduation, seasons of sports, and months of learning, they helped us through it. When it came time to organize class fundraisers, win the homecoming float building competitions, and put on a beautiful prom, they supported us and believed in us. And now, as we prepare to move on from this chapter of our lives, they're here to send us on our way. We wouldn't be the class that we are today without them. Class of 2024, I want to remind you to look around and appreciate the people that have helped you accomplish your goals. We were lucky to have a community that supports us and encourages us to find growth. Whether you stay here after graduation or never come back again, I hope you find a community as united as ours. One that encourages their youth to find success wherever they can, that accepts people for who they are, and encourages them to chase their dreams. I also want to say thank you for being welcoming to new students like me over the years, for pulling together when working towards common goals, and for making the start of my educational experience worthwhile. I'm proud of us for what we've accomplished here. Today will be one success of many for us, but it's only the beginning. To my classmates, I encourage you to not stop here with your success and ambitions. Keep going. For those of you that have a child on this stage, push them to accomplish their next big goal, and always be there for them when they need support, because it's going to be hard, and it's going to be different. But hard doesn't mean impossible. And I know that the people that I get to call my class have what it takes within them to find success in anything they pursue. Amongst us sit future teachers, engineers, welders, electricians, artists, foresters, entrepreneurs, doctors, nurses, and other influential roles within the communities that they will choose to enrich. Wherever you end up in life, I know that you will achieve great accomplishments because you have grown to be great people with the help of this school and this community. I'm confident that we will have left a positive legacy and fond memories here. I want to end by reading what Ralph Waldo Emerson said one last time as a reminder that we all have the potential to do anything we set our minds to. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. At this time, senior members from the high school music program will sing a music piece that they self-selected for tonight's ceremony, Touch the Sky from the movie Brave. They are accompanied by Mr. Andrew Ducko. Thank you. Would you now please stand and join the seniors for the singing of the alma mater? You will find the words, if you need them, on the back of the program. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Thank you. I'd ask everyone, please be seated before we begin the recessional. Before we recess, I would also like to invite our graduates and families to join us for a reception in the cafeteria. On behalf of the Bradford Area School District, I congratulate our seniors, the 144th graduating class of Bradford Area High School, the class of 2024. I wish them a safe and responsible evening as they celebrate tonight's great accomplishment and move forward with their lives. Best wishes to the class of 2024.